Mitch Taebel.
Taebel. Taebel.
Taebel.
Taebel. Taebel.
Mitchell Taebel, who?
Mitchell Taebel.
Will Mitchell Taebel is
Mitch Taebel.
Mitchell Timothy Taebel. Mitchell Taebel.
Taebel.
Now, Mitchell Taebel, he's an actor and model who lives here in Los Angeles. Now, Taebel says he's studying film at a local college there in Arizona.
Taebel is maintaining his innocence tonight, saying there was no probable cause to arrest him.
You're getting the very best coverage tonight.
Let's start with Team 12's Bianca Bono.
Well, Mark Caribe, Mitchell Taebel actually made some comments to the media as he was walking into the 4th Avenue jail, comments that might explain why he decided to flee from police.
The man police say is responsible for this 60-mile wild chase across the valley, defending his actions.
They were attempting to make a stop without probable cause or reasonable suspicion.
On his way into the 4th Avenue jail, Mitchell Timothy Taebel telling reporters DPS had no reason to pull him over in the first place.
I called 911.
Police telling a different story.
So he was being stopped for a moving traffic violation.
12 News briefly speaking with Taebel's mother over the phone. She tells us the 31-year-old lives in Los Angeles and works as an actor.
I'm the district attorney assigned to the case.
His social media pages and website showcasing some of his work.
I haven't come across anyone man enough to go toe-to-toe with me on my best day.
But his website also featuring a number of lawsuits he's allegedly involved in. In one case, Taebel appears to be claiming $250 million from the city of Los Angeles because he says he was arrested without probable cause.
Now we are learning a little bit more about Taebel, and he's no stranger to putting himself out there. He's got a pretty big social media presence. One video showing an anti-government diatribe really aimed at police agencies.
The FBI, DEA, and FTA all don't need to be there, and it's not even backed by the Constitution at all.
That boy's got pure magic at his fingertips.
Let's watch it again, John.
What happened here, Steve?
Well, he had a moment of indecision, but watch this. A nice one, ref. That was the superior move by far.
He can't go wrong. For just $4.99, he's locked in the exchange rate. No guesswork.
Look at the convenience of that delivery.
He's tracking, and he's scored! Look at him go!
Well, you can't blame the boy.
Zoom.com, I love it!
Switch to Zoom.com now.
Farmer Boys introduces The Natural, the burger that takes you back to the backyard, because it's made with the same premium 100% Angus beef your family always chose. Juicy, tender, vegetarian-fed beef. So it's naturally delicious. Come in today and ask for the newest addition to Farmer Boy's line of the world's greatest burgers, The Natural. No hormones, no fillers, no comparison. Only at Farmer Boys. And you might just want to add some fries with that.
Successfully connecting with consumers boils down to how well you understand them. That requires lots of data, lots of different types of data, and there's no shortage of it out there. But how do you know what data points are the most valuable? Guess? Rock, paper, scissors? You need to start with a holistic view of consumers, and you need someone with real media experience. You need Genome, the most complete audience buying solution that combines the largest set of aggregated data with a premium media footprint to show you which data to use and where. In other words, Genome gives you a 3D view of consumers and the media needed to generate successful marketing outcomes, which is good, because rock, paper, scissors probably wasn't working out so well.
With the last commercial you saw, got you thinking about a new career. That's great. Kaplan College is ready to help. Probably have a lot of questions. They have answers. Hey, your new future? It's just a phone call away. Don't wait. Call now.
Now, we put in requests to interview inmates in all high-profile arrests. Most of them say no. In this case, Taebel's lawyer even advised him not to, but obviously he had a lot he wanted to say.
All right, everybody, welcome to News Now here on the Fox 10 Phoenix Facebook Live. You're taking a very quick look at the New York City skyline because we have the jailhouse news conference with Mitchell Taebel, the 31-year-old accused of causing that chase in the valley yesterday and that crash in Tempe right by Arizona State University. You're going to watch it now.
All right.
Thank
you. How you doing there?
Good, how are you?
Okay, I'm ready to go. All right, I just want to say there's no probable cause. This is another perfect example of being stopped and arrested for something that I did not do. Federal law, 18 U.S.C. section 241 and 242, that protects citizens' rights of America to a high degree. And they say arrests without probable cause can be considered kidnapping or attempted kidnapping for prosecutions as well. It can warrant life in prison. It can warrant the death penalty. So that is one of the greatest laws ever written to uphold the U.S. Constitution.
Did you have anything inside of your car, any stolen items?
Negative. I'm not a criminal law. If you have an impression that I've been arrested, look at the federal case laws that I have. I called the mayor, tried to get him on the phone to resolve the situation. I also called 911. I left a report. I told them that they were attempting to make an unlawful arrest, to call their officers back. Their officers did turn off their lights and back off for a bit. The detective too, I said, call the officers back. I don't want them to attack me. I don't want to jeopardize anyone's safety. They were throwing spike strips, at me along the road as I was just driving along. I wasn't really running. I was just kind of driving along and moving out of the way. Anyways, and then I drove back to the college. I'm currently enrolled as an ASU student. I take a couple filmmaking courses. The detective called me after I called 911. He was not able to tell me why they were attempting to make the stop in the first place. He couldn't justify probable cause. There was none whatsoever. I have a website, mitchtaebel.us. It has links to my production websites, to my photography websites, to a number of things I've done, if anyone's not familiar with that.
You just pull over and ask the officer why he was stopping you to avoid this whole mess.
Yeah, well, I was concerned that it was going to result in some kind of unlawful arrest. I think the police and the city should be held liable for her accident, for my accident. It's unfortunate that anyone else had to be involved in an accident. You call 911, they can get in touch with state police, they can get in touch with city police. Exactly, it never happened. Where's the dash cam of the illegal lane change on the highway?
So how many cases like this
it didn't
have you
happen.
won?
What's that?
How many cases like this have you won?
Your suits. How many?
Okay, that's it. We're wrapped up today.
So
ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming. I'm out of here. Goodbye.
All right, everybody, that's going to do us here for us on News Now this Thursday. That was Mitch Taebel.
He's adamant, Kitty, he did absolutely nothing wrong and that DPS troopers had no right to be chasing him. We also learned that he doesn't plan to stay here at 4th Avenue Jail very long. In fact, early this morning, in his very first court appearance, he asked his attorney to post his bond as soon as possible.
Teen investigators also looking into whether or not the troopers may have put the public in danger with their reaction. So far, DPS not commenting, but these are their own policies that they appeared to violate during that pursuit. Chasing a driver wanted for a traffic violation, continuing that pursuit in a crowded area, and not having their lights on and sirens on during the entire chase.
Court documents list this downtown Los Angeles apartment complex as Taebel's home.
Okay, folks, welcome everyone on Fox10Phoenix.com. Very, very busy day here on the stream, and no doubt we are covering this live police chase for you in the valley right now. This is on the really west side of town. Right here is the suspect vehicle, is this red Jeep at this moment. We don't know too much about the chase. Still getting all that detail in, but thank you so much for joining us here live. Fox10Phoenix.com.
We first heard about the chase when it was in the far west valley. So they've come through on Interstate 10 all the way through downtown, which is probably the most congested area of freeway we have. And we're not in a rush hour or even close right now. They've come all the way through downtown. They've gotten on the Loop 202, which is just north of Sky Harbor Airport. And, in this picture here, we can't see anybody close around them, but we know the helicopters are following. And so right now what we can see is it looks like this driver, we don't know why they were trying to stop the driver to begin with, but it looks like the driver's driving normal freeway speeds at this proximity. And what we've seen in the past is when the units get up very close to these drivers, drivers who want to take off, it can agitate the driver, the speeds can increase, and that makes the roads more dangerous for everybody around one of these chases.
No. And it seems though out here in Arizona, when it comes to police chases, much different than when we see the police chases out in LA. In LA, it seems like they'll let the chase go on for hours if it goes on.
Well, there's an equation you have to look at. Again, if you have somebody who is brandishing a gun and taking shots outside, that's an imminent threat to everybody around them.
Yes.
And I think that chase becomes a little different at that point.
And as we are continuing to watch this, it doesn't appear now that he's doing anything erratic right now.
No, east, plenty of distance it looks like around him. I don't see any units up close. He's not driving erratically.
No.
And here, like this person right here, probably just somebody driving by on the freeway.
Yeah, you don't even know.
Normal freeway speed.
Yeah, wouldn't even know.
Okay, now this is where it starts getting hairy. So it looks like they're taking an off ramp here. This would be right near ASU if they get off. Let me see where he's getting off here. There's a big mall in the area, and let's see if he gets off the freeway. So this to me is where...
Is this by like Tempe Marketplace right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
well, not quite to there yet, I don't think. I think they're still a little west of there, but this may be, is that a Apache that comes through there or rural? So if you go up to the right, to the top of the screen, that's going to be Arizona State University, and the bottom of your screen making a left is heading more towards Scottsdale. So, and the freeway is very wide there. Is that him right there? Okay.
Yes.
I believe there's a bunch of fast food restaurants and things right around here, and he's getting now up into close to ASU, which is a huge campus.
Oh yeah, really, yeah, and they definitely don't want it to go there. You don't want to.
Well, they're doing it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where they're heading right now. So they'll cross Tempe Town Lake here, and head towards the campus of ASU. And again, a very congested area. But you know, I have to say, after watching this, you know, it's tough to know again what they did beforehand or what they're capable of doing. But it doesn't appear to be one of these erratic type chases where somebody's going to get hurt. At least not at this point. But you never know. Coming to a stop sign here, stop light.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to exactly what's going to be happening here.
And I always wonder when they get in these situations. Now, see, there's a truck that's kind of, well, does he know what's there? Right there. Look, there they go. There's a car.
There we go.
They could pinned him in.
All right.
He's trying to get away now. Oh, there's
Viewer
another one.
discretion is advised. Everybody here is
in the pursuit. I believe that's a law enforcement truck. Oh, there we go. Looks like he's gonna lock him in or try to. Ooh, ooh. Lock him in or try to. Ooh. Gonna lock him in or try to. Ooh, ooh. And now there's some contact, and he's taking off. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Head-on collision with that car. An innocent person involved in a head-on crash. And this is exactly what DPS wanted to avoid. And he's running. I can't. He's running. He's talking to some bystanders there. He's talking to some bystanders there. I don't know what he's saying there. I'm not absolutely certain, but it looks like that guy crawled out of the vehicle there. I'm fairly certain that's him. Yeah, that's the guy.
The pursuit speeds ranged, you know, they varied from 60 to 65, things like that. The suspect veered to the right and rammed one of our patrol cars.
Gonna lock him in or try to. Ooh, ooh. And now there's some contact, and he's taking off.
The suspect veered to the right and rammed one of our patrol cars.
The officers can be killed under USC Section 242.
That law is about punishing cops for unlawful arrests, but it doesn't mean what Taebel thinks it does. He also posted a video of himself off-roading in his red Jeep. That same red Jeep we saw slam into another SUV in Tempe on Wednesday.
Oh my gosh.
Taebel posted almost everything about himself online, from his school transcripts in Sedona to videos of his arrests.
Put it down.
To the lawsuits he's filed asking for the arresting officers to be executed. And Taebel's being held on $400,000 bail.
DPS here may have actually violated their own pursuit policies. These are the policies which are supposed to keep people safe.
Yeah, now police pursuits are unpredictable, they're dangerous, no one questions that. But after going through DPS's policies and pursuits, they're going to face some tough questions here, questions they were not willing to take today.
Will you answer some questions in regards to the chase? It came into a very populated area. Should it have been suspended before that time?
I'm not going to comment on that right now, okay? All right, we're done. Thank you. That's an ABC 15 reporter asking an important, fair question. DPS's own pursuit policy. The very first line says the primary concern is to protect the lives and safety of all citizens, and their policies are clear about what to do and when to terminate. In this case, officials say the pursuit began because the suspect committed a moving traffic violation. That could be the first issue. DPS's policy says troopers shall not pursue vehicles suspected of a non-hazardous traffic violation. Another issue is when the suspect got off the freeway and into a crowded area of Tempe. Policy says pursuits should be terminated immediately when leaving a highway and into a densely populated or congested environment. At the intersection where troopers failed to pin him, the vehicle doing the pinning and the many DPS cars behind him didn't turn on their lights until after they failed to box him in. According to their policy, units need to have activated lights and sirens on during the entire pursuit. Law enforcement sources also tell me the decision to pin him here was questionable, given all the innocent people around. And since troopers knew who the suspect was, they could go find him later.
So I imagine we're not done here. What's next?
Well, there's still a lot we need to learn, and as you can imagine, there will probably be an internal investigation, so officers will have to answer to this. And there also may possibly be a lawsuit since someone was injured in that crash.
I mean, that crash just takes your breath away. Every time you watch it, it's unbelievable that all of this happened. Dave, we know you'll stay on top of it. Thank you.